Welcome to WSDH Live 91.5. My name is Jay McGrail. I'm the chair of the Sailor School Committee. Today I have with me Paula Chambers, the K-6 science coordinator here for our district. Welcome. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thanks for asking me to come.
Yeah, I was excited. I saw some of the stuff that you did on YouTube through the science program, and it intrigued me. So I said I got to get Paula in here to talk about it. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, well, it's not me. It's all the great teachers that we have, really. But there's all kinds of great projects going on, and I'm really glad that you're doing this to showcase some of the work that's happening in Sandwich. Just neat to have this podcast that goes out to the community. So
it's easy when we're doing so much. It really is. So, a year ago, the first time I saw one of the YouTube videos that you did was the garden one up at the Forestdale School.
Yeah, that was
fun.
It
was not part of it. I loved it because my daughter was in it. I saw her on TV or on YouTube. I thought it was awesome. But it caught my interest. It's a really great program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's fun to work with all the really little kids. Last year, the Heritage Gardens and Museum, we worked together with them and we got a grant to have them help set up some beds. There had already been a garden there before, but we expanded it. We put in 10 beds, and then the first grade teachers worked to try to put a unit together where we would grow some vegetables and then harvest them in the springtime. And we had a little festival where we were going to eat all of the food from the garden, although we ended up mostly with lettuce, but it was kind of amazing that kids really just loved eating the lettuce. I was afraid that they would have nothing to eat and none of the really tasty stuff had developed by the end of the school year, but I've never seen kids so happy to just wash lettuce off and taste it. And
oh, that's great.
It's like ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah. So the video was really cool because it showed the kids working in the garden and the guy that came down from Heritage Museums and was working with you guys. And
yeah, they were wonderful. They helped us to get them set up, and then they came in and taught lessons. And taught them a little bit about gardening, and then also the first grade is learning about parts of the plant and what a plant needs to survive. So it was a great way to just bring that science learning outside, and the kids seem to really enjoy it. So we're going to try to expand that this year. We'll be planting, trying to fine tune it a little bit, so some of our vegetables will be ready a little bit earlier. We have a second grade teacher, Sue O'Donoghue, who's working with Wacoit Reserve, and she's going to put in a pollinator garden. We'll have a little butterfly garden there, too, to help pollinate all of our vegetables and also help the butterflies. So that'll be a nice addition.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then there's going to be an outdoor pavilion that we got a grant from Kiwanis. Actually, the Key Club at the high school got a grant to help build that. So there'll be like an outdoor learning area along with the garden and then the butterfly garden, and we have plans to just keep expanding that and just make it into a really neat outdoor space for the kids.
Do you think that stuff will happen this spring, the outdoor gardens, the butterfly garden?
I feel quite sure the butterfly garden will happen, and the amphitheater will happen hopefully in the spring, if not the summer. It's just a matter of, we're also going to have some work with the county. They're donating time, so we have to just coordinate that still and see when that's going to happen. But I believe it'll be the spring or the summer.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm obviously I mentioned to you that I live in the neighborhood next to there, and I know there was a lot of buzz going around the neighborhood last year on who could help out with weeding the garden and watering the garden over the summer. And it's such a cool thing for our town and for our community to have something like that once we get it all built. It's going to really be... so how will you guys use that, the amphitheater and stuff?
That's great that you guys helped out in that watering last summer. I wasn't even sure. People had said they would, and when I would go to weed myself, there wasn't a lot of weeding to do, so that now explains it to me.
Kids' chores. Weed the gardens over at the school.
Nice to have that community connection, too. And then there were teachers that came in over the summer and helped with that.
Oh, it's really neat. It really is. My kids loved it. And then I know you mentioned a little bit about some of the classroom teachers that were growing chickens in the classroom or hatching eggs. We ended up with some of those chickens, too. So
did you?
It's like a farm over there at Forestdale School.
We'll have to start selling eggs and make some money for the schools next time.
So what are some of the main things that you're working on right now or that you've been involved
There's
in?
a lot of really fun, exciting projects going on. We're really trying to bring science outside, especially at Forestdale. There's been... this year there was an addition of a STEM block to all of the student schedules, so they have a longer block of time for science, so teachers can go out and do nature walks. They, kindergarten, they are usually hatching butterflies in the springtime. The first grade will be hatching chickens.
Oh, they must love that.
Yeah.
They must love that.
And then the second grade will be working with turtle. They are already working with turtles, raising them, and endangered terrapin turtles, and then they release them. So it just makes it a lot more fun when they have live critters to be working with.
Yeah, right. Yeah, especially stuff that they see around. Like
Yeah.
If they go to San Diego, I can see the terrapin turtles and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's good to make them aware of how to take care of
Yeah.
local fauna, I guess it would be, right? Flora and fauna.
That's cool. So one of the things that we went through during the budget process was adding money in FY18 to be able to extend the STEM program into 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that, about what your plans are for that
Sure, yeah,
program?
I didn't really mention Oak Ridge at all. So at first, one of the big new additions at Oak Ridge is going to be the addition of Project Lead the Way. We're going to start with 6th grade next year. And build a lab for green architecture. So students will be learning, construction is a big trade on the Cape, and kids will start to dabble in learning a little bit about construction and some simple tools. And then, in addition, they'll be learning software and architecture, and also just the green part of it, learning about how to build things in a way that's, going to help to save natural resources. So I think the kids will really enjoy it. It's gone over really well, Project Lead the Way, 7 through 12, and so we're going to start with that next year, and then the plan is to continue expanding it in the elementary schools. We're going to have robotics and automation in 5th grade, hopefully in the following year. We're looking at bringing in to the Forest schools animals and algorithms and animated storytelling, and so there's a lot of modules that we're going to be looking at increasing over the next, I would say, 3 years. The hope is by 2020, we'd have Project Lead the Way classes running from K to 12.
Wow, that would be great. It seems like a real good value for us. When I saw the costs of adding that into the 6th grade, it's like the biggest, it's a no-brainer.
It's going to be a fabulous space, and hopefully we'll be able to use it for some other things too once it's outfitted with all the tools.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it sounds like we have a lot of exciting stuff going on in K to 6. Do you love it? I mean, are you into it?
I love my job. Yeah. I just feel like it's exciting. I get to support teachers. There's so many wonderful teachers, and there's 75 teachers that I work with, K to 6. So because most teachers in the elementary schools not have to, but they teach science and math and English, so they have a huge job to do, and so I feel happy to be able to help them in whatever way they need. And there's just a lot of really dedicated people that stay after, come in early, and just they're excited, and it's nice to be able to help people to put together great programs for the kids.
You can tell they're really into it. I mean, you can see the passion with the teachers. Like, I notice it with my kids coming home. It's one of the things they talk about a lot is all these different programs that you're talking about right now.
Kids love science.
They love.
Yeah. When we're able to make it a really inquiry driven and hands-on, it's usually one of the favorite subjects for most kids. At least that's from my perspective. But
so were you a teacher before you did this?
I was, I taught 7th grade in the district for about 10 years, and I taught over at the Wing School before it shut down. And then I came up here and I taught the science electives for a year, the discovery science and science exploration.
Well, it sounds like you've been involved for quite a while, especially in the town and in the district. So
yeah, I feel dedicated to Sandwich. I'm really excited about our next phase right now. I just feel like we're really on the verge of, bringing it to the next level. I think that with our new superintendent and a really supportive school committee, I just feel like our town's coming together, and it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I do too. I feel the same way. It is exciting, and that's why we want to showcase it through programs like this, so we can let people know some of the cool stuff we're doing.
Yeah, this is great. I'm really so happy that you're doing this.
And we'll continue it. Like you mentioned, if you have some teachers that are interested, I think it would be good for people to know some of the cool stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's great. All right, well, that's about it.
Yay.
So this is Jay McGrail signing off for 91.5 WSDH Live, Sandwich's community radio station. Thank you again.
WSDH Live is recorded at WSDH Studios in Sandwich, Massachusetts. We are executive produced by Paula Johnson with podcast production by Ryan Hill. He also made the music. Remember to check out WSDH on TuneIn.com and the TuneIn app for more great content. As always, thank you for supporting Sandwich Community Radio. We'll catch you next time.